Number 6 tip to be a goddess is to be patient and be gentle with yourself. My goddess mission came to me 24 years ago, and I've been diligently working to heal and release negative thinking and self-sabotaging behaviors that were holding me back. The issues I was dealing with didn't happen overnight, and they didn't resolve that quickly either. It took a lot of journaling, prayer, meditation, work, trial and error, failure, and aggressive belief in myself and my dreams to persevere and finally step through the goddess gateway into the Elizabeth and the life that I absolutely love. So be patient and gentle with yourself. By gentle, I mean forgiving yourself for anything you've done in the past that has held you back. You can just say, I forgive myself, while you're thinking of that thing that makes you feel guilt, regret, anger, or angst. And you can journal about everything you need to forgive yourself for. I do that a lot. In fact, when I was writing my memoir, it's called God's Answer is No, KNOW, Lessons from a Spiritual Life. There's actually a website called godsanswerisno.com where you can read more about it. In my memoir, where I talk about my spiritual awakening, my struggles with race and identity as a mixed race woman, and how I'm super empowered in my racial consciousness and identity now, my body image, my battles with food and fat, and other things that I felt I was failing at, and also the wonderful blessings in my life. When I was writing that book, I looked back at my journals from college, and I was so devastated to see how much time and energy I had put into my eating disorder, my binge eating, bulimia, purging, excessive exercise, mood swings. Oh my gosh, it was awful. But I wrote about it. Like, it was my main thought, my obsession. And I've released that, thank goodness. But my point to you is that journaling helped me release it. But when I wrote my memoir and reflected back on that, forgiveness came into the picture when I said, I will not carry this into the rest of my life. And it was the act of forgiving myself for all those things. I spent a whole afternoon writing in my journal, I forgive myself for, and I wrote anything that came to mind for hours. And I literally purged it to the point that I felt this spaciousness within myself. It was such a trip. It was like I was almost lightheaded because I had released all this garbage that I was carrying around like luggage or boxes. I felt like I was in a bright room with the sunshine pouring in and all the stuff had been removed. And now I was free to fill this beautiful room with happy things and experiences. And my imagination just took off, my creativity, my genius zone. So forgive yourself. If you feel like you married the wrong person, or you took the wrong job, or you moved to the wrong city, or you put on weight, or you can't stop smoking, whatever it is, forgive yourself and just keep trying. But use all the techniques that I share that enable you to change from within to release that self-sabotaging thinking and behavior. It really, really, really works. Okay. So you need to release that baggage, and forgiveness is the magical tool. And forgiveness is about you. It's not about the other person. So they don't even matter. If you read my book, God's Answer is No, I talk about how I forgave my ex-husband, and now we have the most harmonious, wonderful friendship and co-parenting experience because we had a really terrible divorce, and I forgave him. And he almost died. And I stood by his bed in the ICU, and I said, I forgive you, because I needed to be there to help him so my son would have a dad. And miraculously, after a coma for 11 days, he woke up on Good Friday and had to learn how to walk again and all this stuff. I was by his side, and now it's a miracle. A miracle. And it started with forgiveness, because if I hadn't forgiven him, I wouldn't have been able to advocate for his medical care and be there through a lot of stuff to help him heal and recover. So anyway, it really, really, I don't feel any angst about it now. I just feel peace, and that's amazing. So if you want to get into your goddess genius zone and live your best life this summer as a goddess, you need to clear the mental clutter so your ideas will flow freely, your energy will surge, and you'll feel super excited about everything you do. Believe me, I've done this and I'm loving life from the simplest things to the most grandiose ones. Okay.
So, is the Goddess Power Show with Elizabeth Ann Atkins inspiring you to live bigger, better, and bolder and manifest your heart's desires? Then please subscribe, rate, review, and share the podcast to help more women experience these life-shifting ideas. You can also watch the Goddess Power Show with Elizabeth Ann Atkins on YouTube. You'll find the link at thegoddesspowershow.com. While you're on the website, read the blog and see how Elizabeth's retreats can help you activate your female superpowers and make magic happen in your life. Enjoy novels and don't miss her latest book, The Bis Tribe, Activating Your Goddess Power by Elizabeth Ann Atkins. Find it all at thegoddesspowershow.com to rock your realm from a throne of power, wearing a crown of confidence to manifest your heart's greatest desires. Remember, Goddess, you have the power.